Based on the lines, looks like Cory Perry is ready to go. Are you able to confirm that at this point? And how have you thought he's looked?
I think he's looked really good for not being able to play for a long period of time. You know, he was on the ice a little bit, skating, but until you're having an NHL practice and doing game-like drills, you never know. But I think he's done really well. I haven't followed up with him after practice, but right now it's looking as if he'll play tomorrow.
So can you just give us a thought process on the line mates? We were sort of joking with him about two of the faster skaters on the team. That'll be, you know, he's got a pacing-wise there. Just why do you think that's a good fit?
I think every line you like to have, you know, some speed. You definitely can't have three slow guys. You need somebody getting in on the forecheck. You need that. You want some goal-scoring ability and, you know, usually a playmaker. And it's often when you get, you know, the right mix, it doesn't work. But I think he'll add a lot of finishing ability. Somebody who's going to be at the net. And I just think a very smart hockey player where knows the right play and knows where to be and helping those guys. I think Dylan has, you know, he's only played a couple games and hasn't been on the ice very much, but for his time that he's been out there, he's been making plays. Ryan McLeod's confidence is through the roof right now. He's playing extremely well, making plays. You know, I think a smart goal-scoring player like Cory will, in my mind, I think it'll be a good line for us.
Kris, you guys keep knocking down milestones, you know, with this streak, the team record, Canadian record. The NHL record is right around the corner, and you it's an interesting situation where you can get to within a game, but then you have 10 days to think about it. I guess I just want to know where the streak is in the back of your guys' minds about trying to get to that 17 and maybe beyond.
The first that you've mentioned it, I had no idea about 17, so we haven't talked about it. I don't know. All I know is we're trying to win our last game going into the break. I think everyone would feel extremely good about themselves. They'd be happy about what they've accomplished this last month, 2 months, 3 months, and put ourselves in a position in the standings where we are and being able to relax and feel good about themselves, enjoy the week off, and get ready to come back and start the second half of the season. So the streak's just an afterthought. We're winning games. I love it. I know it's been a long time since we lost a game, and that's about all I know about the streak.
So in the daily grind, can you kind of enjoy what you guys are accomplishing, or is this something that has to be looked back on and say, wow, that was pretty impressive what we put together?
No matter what team you're with, when you're winning hockey games, it feels good, and you're enjoying it. You like coming to the rink, and no matter if it's 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever game streak it is, when you're in an atmosphere of winning hockey games, everyone's just in a good mood, and everyone likes coming and being on the ice, and you just see the energy today on the ice. I liked it. It's just contagious. One guy feels good about themselves, it spreads to the next guy, and I think everyone's in a pretty good spot.
And how do you feel about the manner you're winning games? This is Edmonton. People are critiquing wins now, right? It's one of those things. How do you guys feel about the way you're playing and the way you're pulling?
We can't score 7 every night, and we can't play a good defensive game every night. I'm happy with our guys, how committed they are playing defense. They're checking, they're getting above pucks, they're in spots, they're not cheating on offense. There's things about our game I would like to be a little bit better, and I think a lot of it is our puck play, our puck decisions. Anytime we've been getting in trouble, it's usually off a turnover, trying something that's not there. And we want to not be a safe team all the time. We don't want to be dump and chase, but we have to recognize when playing our percentages. Is there an opportunity to make a play? If it doesn't look like it, let's do the safe thing. And right now, I think when we've been getting in trouble, it's just we haven't made the right plays with the puck.
Through this win streak, obviously Stuart Skinner is on this huge personal winning streak as well. That's a record breaker here. Can you talk just about his demeanor and his influence on the team as a whole when he's confident, he has this quiet confidence about him? What does that mean how does that spread through the room?
I actually don't think his demeanor has changed very much. Even, in December, he had a couple bad games or one bad game and maybe a couple losses in a row. I thought he handled himself very similar to how he's handling himself right now. Obviously, with the way he's playing right now is at the top of his game, that everyone sees that and they feel good about themselves and they feel confident when he's in the net. But a lot of credit for him is, you don't want to get too high or down too low. And, through this stretch, he's stayed pretty much the same. So that's, I think, very positive.
There's some games where I'm sure you have a really strong idea what you're going to get out of your team the next day. Then there's maybe games like tomorrow where, the guys got their bags packed for Cabo and the kids are ready to travel and there's a lot of distractions, right, heading into this last game. What's it like as a coaching a game like this when everyone's scattering across the world the next day?
It's new for me. I'm not sure exactly what to expect. I think our guys are very professional and are focused on the task at hand, and I think they want to go out on a high note and really enjoy their week off because they've earned it. And, heading out on that break with a win would be really nice, if we don't get it, which is quite likely because we are playing a really good team that's playing some good hockey right now. So hopefully we can bring our best.
Kris, going back to Dylan Holloway for a second, of course, you had him very briefly in your first game as an NHL head coach. As he's kind of trying to cement himself back into the lineup and rebuild that confidence, what role do you play in that? What does your approach look like to make sure that a young player like Dylan Holloway is able to bring his best each and every night?
Well, it's not just up to me. It's I think we've got a team of coaches that are working with him, whether it's Glenn Gulletson, Mark Stewart, Dave Pelche, doing skills before and working with him after. And even when he was in Bakersfield, David had contacted with him and actually visited with him there and followed up with his shifts. So a lot of it has been David. Myself following up with my expectations of what I want from him and not getting the making him feel that he has to do so much to stay and build on his role. Just ultimately, same as messages I've been telling the team on, what their role is and keeping things simple and playing hard and fast and just letting your skill and instincts take over. And I think he's been doing a great job of that, not trying to do too much. And he's been able to contribute quite a bit. So we'll just hopefully it continues that way.
I know you mentioned that if Perry is available, there will be one player coming out. Based off the initial rushes today, it looked like maybe Sam Gagner might slip out of the lineup, but Sam was joyful. He was having some fun with his teammates. He was laughing. What does that precedent set for the rest of the group when you have who people call Papa Oiler, Papa Clutch, obviously well regarded in that room, but he's still conducting himself in a way to be the best teammate he can be?
I think we got a full group of guys who are good teammates, and we got a good atmosphere. It's a difficult situation for a coach to take somebody out, especially when you're on a 15-game winning streak, and we've been playing really well, and we've been getting contributions from everybody. And telling somebody that they're not coming out is tough, and it's a lot easier if you've lost 4 in a row and you have to make a lineup change. That's easy, but when things are going well, you never want to change things. But I think the guys that we have are very professional and respect what's going on.
Kris, your second power play unit's got Kane and Cory Perry on it. Both of them are net front. I presume you decided that Cory's better at it than Vander, but now Vander has to take the face-offs. You don't have a center on that power play.
Well, in the past, since I've been here, Sam has been on that power play and Fogle. They've been probably the two mainstays on that. And on the half wall, Kane he's been on the half wall pretty much all that time. And probably he is a good net front guy. If something ever happened to Zach, that'd be a very nice replacement to put Vander there. But Vander's been on the half wall for most of it. And a lot of it is he can shoot the puck. He can make passes, but ultimately he's a really good threat coming down on a strong side. Perry has obviously spent his career in front of the net. And as for face-offs, Kane is, I don't know, he might be as good as any of our centermen because of how strong he is. And I think for a non-centerman position, he's pretty good at taking those face-offs.
One last one. Most of the guys are scattering to warm places. Are you scattering back to Hartford, or are you going somewhere from Hartford that is warm?
Well, I am going to Hartford, and it is warm there. It was 14 degrees just the other day, so it'll feel pretty good compared to when I got off the plane in Montreal, from Montreal.
Not a lot of guys are scattering on a break back to Hartford, though.
No, I guess everyone's got their reasons to go certain places. I have my reason, definitely.
Thank you.